Okay. Trying to. Hi, hi. I really like YouTube has changed its this thing um settings. Hi, this is even that welcome to. I was trying to get the old setting and this thing. I was trying to see if I could rotate my phone to portrait. But apparently, I don't think I can for now. I figured it out. This is like a new setting on YouTube. Welcome to episode 2 of our postpartum series. And today we are having a guest with us. Should be joining us pretty soon. Today's topic is we'll be discussing when the baby comes, what happens to us. A lot of times after having our babies, after our babies have been born, a lot of times so many moms don't know what to do with themselves anymore. So many moms, there's just, even when you know what to do with yourself, like motherhood like changes your identity. And I would always fight about this, how the moment somebody becomes a mom, the moment somebody becomes a mom, the moment somebody becomes the moment somebody like the moment you become somebody's mom, it just seems like everybody forgets that you have a name. That thing annoys me so much. I don't like it. How people forget that. We're going to discuss. So once you become a mom, people forget that you once had a name, or you have a name, or you have an identity. And I don't like that. I really don't like it. Like it's, how am I going to say? Like I really don't like it. And it's even more annoying when you tell people that, oh, I would love to be addressed by my name. Like I am grateful to God that I am Joshua's mom and mom to the other children that God will bless me with. And I am grateful to God. With your phone, I don't know. Sorry, baby girl. And I'm so grateful to God that I am married to my husband. I'm grateful to God that I am Mrs. Aviola, but I would really love to be addressed by my name, Damilola, regardless. But I don't know if people feel like they're teasing you and all. And I feel like I was telling somebody one time that I feel like that's why so many people like they lost their identity, because even people help them forget who they are. People forget help them forget, like get so deep. Motherhood is beautiful. Like motherhood is a calling, and I am forever grateful to God I am that I am able to be a mom. I'm grateful to God that I am somebody's mom, and I'm grateful to God that God is going to bless me with other children. But I feel like address people how they want to be addressed. Why there are some people that the moment they become mothers, they want to be called by their children name. Like address people how they want to be addressed. That's one of it. Like the shift from being oh Dami to oh mommy Joshua to is a lot, is a lot. The shift in identity. Right now, you are still a young girl who just finished school, and the next minute you are married. The next minute you're somebody's mom. Another minute you are somebody else's mom. Like you now have two, three kids. Like, and you're trying to just figure life out. And as a woman, as a mom, if you are not intentional about yourself, you can get lost in it, and you can't even recognize who you are. And a lot of times, even mothers, many times we forget and we just like put our focus on our children. We focus so much on our children that we, when they now grow up and they leave, when we realize that we have always lived our life revolving around them. So now today we want to discuss with my sister that will be joining us soon, after having, when the baby comes, when the children comes, what happens to us, what happens to us. So my sister will be joining us pretty soon. She'll be joining us now. Wait, can I get it? Hi Ibukun. Thank you. So our guest will be joining us now, and I'll be asking her some questions. We'll just be gisting as two moms that have gone through this, just to help. Probably, and I pray and I hope that the questions that will be asked would bring liberation to a mom who desperately needs help, who needs direction in this aspect. Like a lot of times, so many women feel stopped. They don't even know what, like I said, they don't know what to do with themselves after they have their children, and it can be a lonely road to walk through sometimes. And I have like a lot of interesting questions to ask our guest today. So I'll be doing a little bit of introduction when she finally joins. She's my sister, and let me start giving the background story. She's my sister. We got married the same day. We had our children 2 weeks apart. So she's a very, 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 very special sister to me, and I'm grateful to God that our paths crossed. And for almost 3 years now, we've been doing life together, and I'm so grateful to God for and I'm grateful to God for how far He has helped us through motherhood. Two young ladies who God blessed their womb, and He has really been helping us be good moms to our children. And we are still learning on like, I feel like motherhood is a journey, and as you go through that journey, you keep learning, you keep discovering things. There are times when I just pause and I'm like, God, am I really doing things right with Joshua? Am I raising Joshua the way you want me to raise him? Am I doing things right? I just want to know. So yes, just waiting for her to join. Sent her the link already. So I can do a proper introduction of her when she's here with us. Okay. Okay, I think I can switch my camera like this.
Okay. Can you see me?
I can see you. I don't know what's wrong with my Like I can't see your face well.
Okay. You can see from here, but like the it's looking like the landscape is not. Is it better now?
Okay, from my hand, it's still looking like half. I can't see your face. I can only see like your forehead. I can't see your face.
I can't actually. I can see my face very clearly, but like I can't
Okay,
see you very.
you can't see me, so I really don't know. I think I pressed something. I don't know what I pressed.
I'm not. I'm not a tech person. I would have said I would diagnose the problem. I'm not.
And everything was fine. Oh, I don't know. Like YouTube, I know that YouTube changed their um live settings like recently. They just sent us a bit like I think yesterday. So I don't know if this is part of it. I really don't know, but okay.
Okay.
Ibukun said she can hear us clearly.
See, okay.
Ibukun said she can hear us clearly. So if the problem is with us, then I think we are fine. If the people watching can see us clearly, then I think we are good to go. Okay, so we won't spend so much of our time trying to say, oh, I can't see. I don't know, like the fact that I cannot see you. So we'll spend the rest of our day shouting, I cannot see, I cannot see you, I cannot see you. I will just go straight to introduce my sweet sister. So this is my sister. Her name is and like I said before, we got married the same day, whether our children 2 weeks apart. we we've been sweet sisters since like for almost over 3 years. Yes, over 3 years because we became close before we got married. And she's the beautiful wife to my brother. Her name is she's Mrs. Epsiba Ebenezer Olatere, one and only babe of Apostle, and mom to the sweetest baby girl, our only evangelist Ogoluwa. So yes, with if you can yes, thank you so much. So we'll not talk too much and we'll not spend the whole day hyping my babe up. Thank you so much yes, for agreeing to do this with me. Thank you for honoring our invitation. God bless you. Thank you for squeezing out time from your busy schedule to actually do this with us. God bless you. So I'll just go straight to our question. So the first question I have here for you is, what changed most for you after you became a mom? Like what's one major thing that actually changed most for you after you became a mom? Something very significant. Probably came as a shocker or you saw it coming. But what really changed for you the most after you became a mom?
To be honest, I think everything changed. I'm going to be honest. It was like there was a twist. I think everything changed. I think what I would say changed the most is actually the realization. So I knew, but like realization that I'm actually going to be somebody's mom. I think that
Mm.
hits me. I'm not you're actually going to be calling me mommy, mommy, I want this, mommy. Oh, it was something. It was a real awakening. But aside that, everything changed. everything actually changed.
Did you say everything changed?
Yes, yes, I did.
Actually, I think I agree with you. Like everything, your routine, your time now like your time doesn't belong to you anymore. Like your time,
Oh,
most of your time, you can't even dictate. You can't even predict and plan your day because there's
you
that
understand?
tendency that the powerful human
Yeah,
that God has blessed is going to change the plan. And like sometimes the first time I went out without Joshua, I felt so good. And that happened, I think, after a year, and it happened in May, this year, May. So it happened like when it was a year, 8 months. I felt so good. I kept on saying, I can't believe I am the one going out with just one handbag. Like
yeah,
it was that major for me because I'm like, I can't remember the last time I went out so light with just one handbag, one smaller handbag. That I didn't have to like carry a big bag
thanks.
that has nothing to do with
Yeah,
me. Like anything in that bag doesn't even belong to me at all. I feel it felt so different. I'm like, oh my God, is that somebody can come into your life and
yeah,
should I say take over? Like it's like a taking over kind of thing. Like they come and they take over everything. Like it's beautiful. We are grateful, but honestly, if you are not prepared, if you are not willing or actually like ask God to like give you grace, there's so much grace needed to be a mom. So if you are not willing or you don't have God to give you that grace to actually like be a mom, sometimes frustration will come in, even for somebody that is even graced by God to be a mom, that you have prayed. Because a lot of times, like I find myself like randomly just praying to God. Yesterday I still did. I'm like, God, just help me through this motherhood journey. And sometimes even with the prayers, like I still get frustrated. Sometimes I after I've yelled, finish, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, calm down, damn, like calm down. This is not what we said. Like it can be a lot. So I totally agree with you. I totally agree with a lot. And I feel like another major thing, like you said, is like now I feel like I am responsible for a whole human being, like the life, the destiny, the purpose. And if this person is going to live, because children are always on a mission to hurt themselves, to harm themselves. I saw a video on Instagram yesterday, and a child and her father, they were walking beside like a pond. For no reason, this girl wanted to jump inside the pond. Thank God that dad was holding, and I'm like, oh my God, like oh my God, like you cannot even doze. You can't doze because if you doze 1 second, like anything can
actually,
happen. Anything disastrous can happen. Is a lot. Is a lot, honestly. Like God, and sometimes it just makes me wonder, like God being father to everyone, like how is God coping if with just one little toddler? I am saying I'm
that's
going
why it's
through a
God.
lot. You
That's
get like how is God coping? So I want to go to our next question. It's been like 2 years since you have been a mom. So I want to ask that,
yeah.
do you feel you found yourself again, or are you still searching after 2 years of being a mom? Do you think you have found yourself? You're like, have you gotten to that point where you're like, oh, I feel like myself again, or you're like,
I've been,
I am.
I've been ruminating on this question. I've been ruminating on this question, to be honest. And sometimes I actually feel like I haven't completely like gotten into that mood back, if I'll be honest. But then I always remind myself when when all of those kind of things come, I always remind myself of something that my one of my mommies, usually tell me. And it's the fact that motherhood is not it is a phase. You can't make motherhood the entire identity. And you can't say, oh, you want to have an identity side of motherhood. Your identity is in Christ. There is no stopping that. Now, in all of that, you can now say, okay, these are pieces of these big puzzles of my identity. But I feel like if we begin to say, oh, okay, am I finding my identity outside of motherhood, or or has motherhood swallowed up my identity? It gives off this idea that there is my identity and then there is motherhood, rather than we marrying everything together, rather than we saying that we have one identity rooted in these many responsibilities that God has given us, even in this identity. So when I got to understand that, I realized that it was not I didn't have to like struggle to route, just like grow bigger, do the role. Rather than say, oh, I mean, of course, there are times when I still like don't feel like myself, where I miss my single self. Of course, you will definitely do that once in a while as a new mom. If you are not missing your old self, where you are supernatural, right? But I feel like mm, coming into motherhood has helped me enlarge myself, has helped me enlarge what how I see every of my responsibility. So yeah, I would say that identity is still there. Motherhood is only a part of it.
Well, I actually love and agree with what you said about when, and I feel like that's one thing that a lot of us actually do. So I really I love what you said about motherhood being is part of who we are. It is not outside who we are. So motherhood is part of, it's something God has, it's part of my purpose, it's part of my destiny. God has called me to be a mom. Even before I became a mom, I was already a mom. So if I'm trying to find myself like motherhood outside of who God has made me to be, then I'm going to struggle. And like you also said that, when after the short clocked world, when I decided to go and learn box making last year, when I decided to go and learn box making last year, before I went, I struggled with the thoughts. Can I do this? How will I do this with Joshua? I struggled so much with it. I struggled so much to because I was like, I will leave the house in the morning, come back. Like I didn't even know that it was going to be that stressful. But thank God for the because I learned with my friends, so it's easier, but it was still a lot. Like I saw myself in like a new dimension, a different strength that I didn't know that I had. It's
Right,
so that's why I agree with what you said, that if you keep seeing yourself, if you keep seeing motherhood standing on its own and not being a part of who you are, then you are going to struggle. So the moment I went for that training, the moment I went for that training with Joshua in December, it changed a lot of things for me. It changed my perspective. I'm like, it made me see that there's a strength in you that situations will call out. There's a strength in you.
right,
There's a grace in you that you would not know that you actually have until you find yourself in situations that would bring them out for you to actually make use of them. So I really agree with you. And like you said, sometimes when it comes to motherhood, you look at yourself and you're like, I can't recognize. Let's even touch a little bit on physical appearance sometimes. Like I was having a discussion with my neighbor today, and she was talking about how motherhood can make you become like a scrap. I don't know if everybody knows what
yeah,
scrap is like. If you are not careful, if you are not intentional
mhm.
about your physical looks, about your
About
physical
your
well-being, you would you will you'll be young and you are looking old. You'll be young and you find yourself doing the things that you abused other women for before you became a mom. That rapper that you waited so much when you were
yeah,
single. If you
you
are not
literally walk into
if you find yourself tying it even beyond the four walls of your house, you find yourself tying it to the junction to go and quickly buy something. Like it is a lot. It is a lot. Like I don't blame it is a lot. I don't even like I am not even the type to even blame women when I see them like looking unkept, because I know that it is a lot. Even sometimes in the house, when I just look at myself and I'm like, who did you like this? Like, you have to be intentional. I've been struggling now to, should I make my hair? Should I not make my hair? I'm like, let me just go and make my hair. You know, when you make hair, sometimes even as a mom, there's a different level of energy it gives you. You feel different. You come alive. Like just making your hair alone can give you a different level of energy that you did not know that you have. Just by looking at yourself in the mirror and you are seeing that beauty, you're like, hey, we don't have to look like what we are going through. So honestly, like
Yeah.
motherhood,
Look
mother,
like a baby.
motherhood can, mother, no, women are trying. Like women are trying. Women are trying. I give it to
Well,
us, especially girls that are putting it, like putting in all the work, that are very, very intentional. I actually saw like a video online of a woman. I think she's a doctor based on the name I saw on her Instagram page, and she was in the video. I thought that should be like around probably 1 plus or probably 2 year old. He was crying. He was having a meltdown, and he was pointing at somebody. So obviously, you know that he was either pointing at his nanny or his dad. So she now wrote in the caption that she feels so heartbroken tonight because her baby was having a meltdown and he didn't want that to comfort him. He wanted his nanny because it is always his nanny. She goes to work. So most of the times when he feels down, when he's having those moments, when he needs somebody to comfort
yeah.
him, it's nanny that is
What
always
can
there, like
you
99% of the time. And she felt so sad. And when I'm like, some people might come and point fingers at her, but with the situation of things, like one one person's income is not even enough. One person's income is not even enough to fend for the family again. So even if the woman is saying, no, I want to stay at home and fend for my children, there's that
Yeah,
tendency
that's
that,
like
yeah, it's going to affect the family's finances a lot. So many women are working not because they feel like working, especially when their children are still so young, but because the family needs the money that is coming in. Even if it is 5 naira that is coming in from them, it is doing something. So just see from that aspect again, a mom feeling, I can only imagine just
yeah,
not hugging when he's crying, wanting
the
another
heartbreak.
person. I am there. It's going to be so heartbreaking. So mothers are really trying, like women are really trying, and these are struggles that so many people. She posted that so many facing the same thing. Some people, their children don't even recognize themselves because they're always away. Question: did your friendships change? How? Well, with you, I don't know. I don't want to say, oh, maybe I have like, at least I know a few of your friends. I know a few of your friends. At least I know a few of your close friends, and I still know how your friendship with them. I don't know how your friends, but at least they are the best aunties. They are the best girlies. But let's hear from you. So did your friendship change? Did you lose any friendship after you
Yeah,
became a mom?
those girlies. But I think that when God was, bringing my friends into my life, He was actually very, very intentional about me. So you see all of those stories of, oh, when she got married, she couldn't now relate to her single friends, or oh, when she gave birth, something that's I don't I have best of friends literally. Like it, funny how I was thinking of this particular sheet, the interview sheet. I just remembered one like this incident that happened, and she knows herself, and she's probably there. There was one time I was like, to be with a newborn because she has a newborn, and it feels working in two experiences with it, and she has the opportunity to be there. In my mind, I'm just like, what kind of heart is this? It actually changed, like she actually shifted something in my heart that day. And since that day, I started being more intentional. So you're traveling abroad, you're gonna send me videos and pictures, my dear, because we are both in that abroad together. I might not be physically there, but we are there. You are pregnant, my dear, you will send me pictures of pregnancy because I might not carry the pregnancy, but we are both carrying it. You just had a baby and you will flog with pictures of your newborn. You just got married, you'll be sending me pictures. Really. So because of what she said, I learned that it's actually important to walk these journeys with your. Yes, you might not be in their shoes because you know what it feels like, but get them talking, talk, ask questions, ask how can I help, ask ask how you can be there for people. Do you understand? So it helps you to it helps you to actually feel like you are a part of that relationship, like you're a part of that friendship. And so to your question, my friendships been, it has actually improved, it has actually morphed. Yes, I don't have that time again, to just do spontaneous family because of course I have to plan. I literally cannot do any, oh, let's just spontaneously, of course not. And my friends respect that. And so they help me to, oh, we are thinking of this, oh, or is it okay to do this? Or so they literally like help me schedule the things that we need to do.
Just so I can.
Just so that it's easy for me. At times when they know that, oh, I might not be able to come alone, they say, in fact, sometimes they don't even tell me, I don't want to see your face. It's your daughter's face, so bring her. So bring her. So it has been fantastic with me. It has actually been very fantastic. They've been very hands-on. They've been very understanding. They've been very supportive. Shout out to my amazing, amazing friends. They are actually the best.
Actually, they're actually sweet. They are sweet girlies.
They are the
Very sweet
sweetest.
words. So for me, I would say that um I don't think anybody has stopped since when I became a mom or when I was pregnant. I don't think anybody has actually like stopped being my friend. But with one of my friends, I feel like so it taught me to know that not all my friends are the same thing. So for someone
Yeah.
like me, when life is eating me so hard, like I actually like crawl into my shell. Like it's not intentional. Like I am not pushing you away. I'm not saying, but once life gets so overwhelming, now I like to talk, I like to gist, I like to like share experiences and all. But once it becomes so overwhelming for me, or I am tired from being pregnant and all, like me that am the we gist, I come to you and say, oh, see, today I'm just tired, this and this happened. I find it so hard to like talk when I'm in like I don't want to say yeah, probably a tough season, or my emotions are like just everywhere.
Yeah.
But when I'm done with that season, like, oh, coming back and we are gisting about it. But one of my friends, like, she's the type of, if you're having headache, I want to have this headache with you. I want to know how the headache is making you feel. I want to feel it with you. But but at that time, both of us, we didn't understand ourselves. So from time to time, we would have like misunderstanding because it felt like, oh, I was pushing her away. I wasn't allowing her be the friend that she wanted to be to me in that season. But me, I was like, I understand that you care, and I understand that you care and you want to be part of it, but this is just me. But when I noticed that no, this friendship is too important, is this friendship is too important to just let just because she wants to be there for me, and we are not understanding our personality, or we are not allowing
Same
each
page.
other in. Yes, so both of us now, we're actually like, now it's like we get it. So I try to like talk as much as I can talk or share during the process. I share. And when she sees that, okay, I'm not sharing as much as she wants me to share, but I appreciate that you are sharing, at least you are carrying me along. I appreciate it. And now we now have that balance, because we know that, okay, this friendship is not, we already know that this friendship is not a friendship that is a seasonal. It's not seasonal. This is like a lifetime journey with you. So I am not going to allow just personality differences that we can actually like compromise and meet in
To
the middle. So we now we are in the middle now. So when I'm going through a tough this, a season where I'm feeling overwhelmed, like, she gives me that, okay, you're going through it, once in a while checking up on me. And sometimes I just like send pictures, or just tell her that this is what is going on. And she also gives me, when I'm silent, she gives me that, okay, you are going to come around when you feel like.
yeah,
So yes, but I don't have friends that, like you said, I don't have friends. I have friends who like care about me, who are there. Like you said, I feel like God like really blessed me with. I don't have friends who left me when I needed them the most. I have friends that are like the best. Every time I always say it, I bless God for blessing Joshua with beautiful aunties. And many of them, beautiful aunties and uncles, many of them are not even blood related, but the way they love him. I said I'm grateful to God that He gave Joshua something that I did not have. I don't have present aunties. I don't have present uncles.
right.
But I am grateful to God that God has blessed Joshua and his siblings with this kind of people, people that love him like they are their own. Like, you practically, how with my son. Okay, I understand. I know already that I was just the one that God just helped to help people like push the boy out. I know that he's your son. Like, how is my son? How is my, like, it just feels so good to like hear people like actually like pour out so much love on him. So
It's amazing,
okay,
really.
yes, yes. Let me ask you another one. How has your marriage or relationship shifted since having kids? Okay, having Ogo.
That shifted.
You say it
I
has
mean,
shifted.
I've heard like again and again that, oh, your marriage will be is to be different. After children change everything. But I think I don't really understand the gravity until we actually have that children that they said change everything. It was, I was not coming into the knowledge and the understanding of it, of the 360 change that happened. It was we had to sit down and intentionally like talk about how we are going to navigate this marriage thing.
Mm-hmm.
We had to sit down and talk about it. And I think that every couple should do that. I was in a workshop, parenting workshop, and I think you were there. You were there too. I don't think, yeah, you were there. And I don't know if you remember, but Pastor Ayo mentioned something that was very significant. And he said that if you get the order of marriage wrong, see that there is already an issue. And what's the order of marriage? Man and woman are the ones that are one. The children are
Mm-hmm.
just like I don't want the word accessory. They are the addendum. They are the added ones that the Lord will have you steward. So if
Yeah.
for any reason either of the partners think that the child takes a first place, that there's already a misalignment in that marriage and it will show, the crack will show. So the marriage is
Mm-hmm.
actually where it flows from. If you want wholesome children, if you desire emotionally intelligent children, you desire children that have character, children that are godly, it will have to start from the marriage. And what is in the marriage, man and woman, you have to find a way to make it. You can't say, oh, um, I'm focusing on my children now, for now, and so I don't have time. It's very soon, the children, you will not have anything to focus on again because the children will grow
Yes.
and go.
Mm-hmm.
It is you and your wife, actually, you and your husband, because we're focusing on new moms here. It is you and your husband that will remain in the marriage. Your marriage is literally like a car that God uses to bring godly seed and to raise them
Yeah.
and to send them out. And that's why scripture liking them as arrows. If you anything, if you think that, oh, because God has blessed me with children, I'm going to put all my attention on the children, then something is already wrong. Because what will happen when the children go? It means that there was actually no marriage, and these children, they actually pick it up. You might think, oh, I'm pouring my love on the children, everything. But if they don't actually see that working marriage, that working relationship between their mom and their dad, it is actually teaching them how to how to have relationships, how to deal with people. So if you actually love your children, like you say, then you have to love their father or their mother. That's the bedrock of it. So yes, children thing, I'm not even going to deny the fact that, I mean, it changes literally everything. Physically, I mean, of course, it takes toll on the mom's physical body. Mentally, you mentally, emotionally, you have to create space for one. Financially, of course, you have to budget for the children. In fact,
Very
you
expensive.
have to, do you understand? You have to be intentional in everything if that marriage will work. And so, yeah. Now, I'm not even saying that that will now begin to help, make you see that children are burdens. No, they are not a burden. They are actually a blessing. But you need to understand that even though God has given you that blessing, you cannot neglect the blessing of marriage that even brought them in the first place.
Yeah. Thank you. And I'll even share one experience that happened to us like very early after we had Joshua. So when we had Joshua, we I think we were we had my mom and my mom-in-law for like let's say like probably 7 days, like in the house, 7 days, just 7 days after we gave birth. 7 or 8 days after we gave birth. So after that, we were practically on our own. My mom-in-law would just come and greet, my mom would just come and greet, then go back home. That was it. So like we had to like step into taking care of our baby like fully by ourselves. So by the fourth week, for we just noticed that both of us were at the edge. Like any little thing, if you just step on me, I can bite you. Like any little thing, like we're just at the edge. Like we were just snapping at each other. Any little thing, we snapped at each other. "Ah, we are not like this. What's going on?" Then luckily we got an invite. I know that on a normal day they will say, "Oh, don't take your newborn out," and all that. But we knew we needed that fresh air. We knew that we needed that outing, and I'm forever grateful for that invite. And I'm grateful that we did not turn it down because we almost did. Because we're like, "Oh, he's still young, blah blah blah." We're like, "We'll be fine." And it was not like we're giving birth.
Baby,
Like
I love.
people came to we had like a car that took us. God has really blessed us, honestly. We had a car that took us to where we got another vehicle that conveyed all of us down to where we went to. You see, when we got back home, we felt so good and refreshed. You see the whole tension and the smoke that was already coming out in the house, everything just went away when we got back. So the only thing we needed at that time, and that's where it starts from for so many marriages, that love me anymore. You have changed. Always nagging. You are sometimes all they just need is just one date, one outing, one like time out of the house or away from the baby for them to just calm down. And when we got back, I'm sure maybe our parents will find, if one day or by coincidence they see this video, that's when they will find out that we actually took their grandchild out when he was 4 weeks, because we really, especially if we asked somebody, probably grandma was around and we dropped him, we would have probably gone. But honestly, when I look back, I don't regret that we actually went. He was a clean place. So it was not like we went to expose him to danger, or we are the parents now. At that 4 weeks gone, I had not even reach any place. So I will not I will not intentionally put my baby in harm's way. Like, it can be a lot. So if we were not asking ourselves that, if at just 4 weeks of being parents, we could be we could be that this is towards each other, like what would not
There's
happen?
attention, there's
Very
stress,
yes.
communication.
Joshua was not
It's
even a,
actually
not use the word troublesome baby, because babies are not troublesome. Like, no, God blessed us with the fact that Joshua was not crying. It was not, he sleeps. So it was not even like we were facing
yes,
what
it was
other
not
parents
funny.
of the sleepless night and the rest. But imagine, and we were still like that at 4 weeks. Is a lot. Is a lot. And it's just if people just want to deny the fact that childbearing, and when the baby arrives, that it does a lot to the marriage. So I feel like
Of course.
what
In
we
fact,
are doing,
the dynamic.
yeah, it changes everything. It changes everything. Even I feel like it's even, I don't want to say it gets worse or it gets more demanding, and you have to be more intentional as they grow. Because when your baby is still like in the newborn phase, you can still, like, there are things that you can do, because you know that, oh, they are not aware. You can still hold yourself, you can still like be intimate.
Right.
They grow. Once they are toddlers, you are restricted from doing something. So your restriction, you have to wait till probably when they are sleeping or when they are away from the house. So you have to be intentional about. So sometimes I see videos online of parents that say once their children go to bed by 7 p.m., they and their partner, they drop their phones and they have like at least 1 hour alone, personal time alone with their partner. That's the
Yes,
intentionality we're talking about here. Because if not, you just find
yeah.
yourself being mommy and daddy, and your marriage has gone into the canal already, nowhere to be found. When children are out of sight, then you realize that you have been living with a stranger that you don't know anything about again. So honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I want us to like
Yeah.
round up. Okay, question, and because it is already getting very dark here, and the way they are doing our light, I don't understand. I can barely see myself. I can barely see
Okay.
myself. So let me look for in one interesting question to ask. Okay, so okay, I will ask two questions. So one of the questions is just like an advice. We'll use that one to wrap up. So this question I want to ask is, how do you remind yourself that you are more than just a mom? Probably when you get so overwhelmed by when you get so, I don't want to say drowned in motherhood, like when you know that
Actually,
sometimes when mother is
but that
demanding, it
would feel
becomes
like a
very,
lot.
yes. So like how do you remind yourself, how do you call yourself out of that particular phase and remind yourself that, okay, that means you are, you are more than this. God has called you to mother. Aside being Ogoluwa's mom, there is more to you than this. Like, there is more to you than this. So how do you call yourself? How do you remind yourself that you are more than just a mom?
Well, I always tell myself that let me go, I'm somebody's baby. So that I tell her, if you do too much, I will go to my mommy's place. Don't you go, let me go have mommy. You're not the only one that has mommy. Jokes apart. I so recently I've been doing this thing where I just like I don't know how to explain it. Like I do a pause and I kind of still my mind. Like I bring every illness and I remind myself that Emigo, I can be
Let me see your next question.
I can be asking, I can be saying daddy, just, just oh, maybe give me or comfort me or some, I mean, there was one that I almost asked God for massage because I was doing like just when you sense from heaven, you send remind myself motherhood is only what I'm supposed to do. There is still other what has called me to. As she's God's child, I'm also God's child. Yes, be a mother. Maybe the people that God has used for us, but I'm also God's child. So I just try to bring myself to that point of just soaking in worship. And sometimes maybe worship song and just letting my soul, like reminding my soul that I am actually also good.
Um, are you done? Or is it my network? Um, okay. So for me, sometimes I just like, and one thing I would say is, as much as we are saying, oh, how do you call yourself? So one thing I would say is when your babies are still like very little, newborn, toddlers, at that phase where they practically depend on you for everything, there's little, or for some people that don't even have help around them or nothing that you can do at that moment. There are some people that God has really blessed with like a community where they can drop their babies and go to work, go out, and they are sure they are at rest that their baby is I'm so sorry. And they are sure that their babies are fine. But there's some people that they don't have that. So you just give yourself time frame and know that even while you are probably at home with your baby, take courses online, um, do things that you can do within that space, something you can still do even while you are at home with your baby, before you can like take trainings online to like keep developing yourself. Those things that make you come alive, those things that make you feel like, oh, this is that me. And if you can go out with your baby, like I said I did in December, go out with your baby and learn something new, or take advanced classes on a particular thing that you're already good at, then go for it, challenge yourself. Sometimes I just challenge myself that, oh, I'm going to do this, God will give me strength. And I tell myself, while I'm trying to do that, I know that it is not going to be easy. It might be tough. It might that sometimes when I'm like, oh, I just ask myself, who sent me message? Like I just ask myself that, oh, nobody asked me to do this. But no, as a mom, you have to keep like, let your children see you and they see what is possible. Let your daughter see you and they look at their mom. Sometimes Veronica Mulanyi, when she did her last program in May, and she posted a video of where she was showing her children the banners that they or for the program. And I told my husband, I told him that this particular act that she just did is showing her children what is possible. Oh, they see their mommy come back from work, she's tired, even with her work, being a mom, being a wife, she's still impacting lives. She's still doing so many things. Like she's setting the pace for her daughters. So even when they want to relax and just take life as it comes, they are when they remember their mom, they're able to challenge themselves that if my mommy could do it while nursing, while taking care of two children and being a mom and being successful at every other thing that she was doing at that time, then it is possible. It's just showing your children possibility. So your own showing your children what is possible might not be as big as what Maureen Kemulen is doing right now, but it can be just taking that course online, developing yourself on that skill, and just making yourself motherhood is fulfilling as your children are and everything, like you are feeling fulfilled, but so that you would not forget yourself. And it's so hard to track your steps back after they've grown, like those little growths that we chip in between, even as our children grow. It speaks a lot to us. It reminds us of who we are and the strength that we have as women. So before we go tonight, I want you to advise give an advice to a new mom who is currently struggling with her identity. An advice to a new mom who is currently struggling with her identity.
And advice, in advice is give yourself grace.
Mm-hmm.
This there is that many things because you know that because you are vulnerable in that moment. And that lie you say is not enough. I mean, can't you see that see the way you holding they are doing everything at the same time. You are just saying you are just doing you are just doing that. They lie. Yes, your identity is not. And I feel like there is no greater time for us to actually live the motherhood of God than a time when we are actually mothers. I feel like motherhood for women is us to a side of God we might not have really entered into because I think for most of us ladies, when we are talking with our mommies, there's usually this our own is too much, our this is too much. So, but when we talk about ourselves, sometimes we start to see their own truth, how they mocked as well, right? So maybe when you entertain that lie that oh, you know, uh, you are just swallowing yourself to thinking, no, no, give yourself grace. First of all, the terrain is new. So there is actually it's normal that you are like struggling. This notion that maybe I'm not doing it, maybe I'm not, it's actually very normal. Everybody struggles at a new terrain. It's not in fact, it's not just restricted to motherhood. For a sports person, if you have never played basketball, the first time you play basketball, you will struggle. If you have never played hockey, the first time you play hockey, you will struggle. If you have never done something
Yeah.
before, the first time you do it, you will struggle. So when you say, "Oh, I'm struggling," you make it seem like, "Oh, maybe it's like a disease or it's like a wrong." No, it's actually normal. The fact that you admit to yourself that you are struggling is enough reason for God to like that's already an invitation into God to say, "Okay, how do I go about this?" So it's okay. Everybody struggle. In fact, mother struggle. If they might just not be very comfortable to it, they struggled. They didn't know what they were doing through. So, as a new mom, okay to struggle. What is not okay is staying in that struggle or not getting help. So, speak out for help. Oh, I don't know how to do this. How can I do it? Oh, this is my first time doing this. How can I do it? How can I do this? In fact, as a new mom, don't ask your husband for help. Ask your community for help. Ask your friends for help. If they are not physically there to help you, ask for the virtual help. Aside from where they are, just ask for help. Let people help you with anything that you need. Okay? So it's very okay. It's very okay to not get that alone the first time. It's very okay to go into the responsibility. It's very okay to learn a step at a time. But what is not okay is to now one really deceive us that because we are struggling with people, they will not good. It's a lie. You repeat that lie. So relax, be kind to yourself, give yourself grace.
Yeah, actually. And I think I would touch more again on the giving. I feel like so many moms, and I think I mentioned in the introductory video that I made last week, that so many moms don't know how to like show empathy to other moms. So if you are probably find yourself in a place where people are expecting, and there is so much expectation from a new mom, many times people forget, like the moment you drop that baby, they expect that you should go back to being the strong. They forget that seasons have changed. They forget that you are, I don't want to use the word, you are going through a lot. Like they forget it, and they demand a lot from you, but you are the one who know how, you know how your body feels, you know how exhausted you feel, you know yourself. So even if you are trying to explain and people don't understand you, you need to put yourself first. You need to, is when the mom is like mentally, physically, and emotionally balanced, that is when she can be that good mom to her children or to her baby. So you need to put yourself first, give yourself grace, take things slowly. If it is only one thing on your to-do list you can tick off that day, at the end of the day, praise yourself that, that means you tried. At least you did one thing on your list. Praise yourself. And another thing I would say, as a new mom, accept your current season. Accept your current season. Accept your current season as it is not going to remain like that forever. Your baby is not going to be so dependent on you. From that newborn phase, they will move to wanting to explore and do other things. Like with time, they will become, they want to do the baby that you like to wear clothes for. We say no, don't wear it for me. I want to wear it for myself. So with time, like they keep growing, and you need to just keep reminding yourself that it's not going to always remain like this. It's not always going to be like this forever. Like before you blink, your baby is already a big boy. Before you close your eyes and open it again, your baby is already a very big. So you just need to always remember that it's a season that is current, that is going to pass very soon, and you will not even begin to even miss when they were small. You wish you were season when they were little. When my husband was teasing our baby today, he was carrying him, and he was like, this was how I carried you. And the picture of when he carried him at the hospital played back in my head, that I was like, I see the boy now is now very tall and long. Like they grow so fast. So enjoy every phase, enjoy every season you get to have with them. Enjoy it. Don't rush out of those seasons. Enjoy it. Take your time, and just keep, and as a mom too, don't do motherhood without God. It is very, very important. That's one thing that has helped me. Times when I feel overwhelmed, I take it to God. I take it to God. I go and meet God straight. Don't do motherhood without God. Without God, frustrated. You would be frustrated. I forget what you said. Oh, I thought you were talking. So we have come to the end of today's episode. Enjoyed the conversation with my sister. Thank you so
It's
much,
a very
Epsiba,
it's
for
going to be a very strong one, Seth.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for honoring our invite. Thank you for dishing out so much
It was such
wisdom.
an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ogo, thank you. I don't know what my sister did, though. I don't know where she went to put you. Or probably Apostle. Apostle is the one. I just okay. Anyhow, any which way. Thank you, Apostle. Thank you, Ogo, for giving mommy this time to spend with us. God bless you. God
Yeah,
bless you. Thank you so much. And
my daddy's on duty.
to everyone who stayed, to who watched, who joined this live session, thank you so much. God bless you. If you know you have a mom as a friend or as a sister who needs this topic, please do well to share with them. Be generous enough to share with them. Thank you so much. Once again, my sister, I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you. To give you physical hug. Take the virtual alone. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.